All right, what's up, guys? We got a lot of juicy information here now. And yeah, a lot of things have been happening. You already know the drill. Every video I do, there's always a lot of Sonic news that comes out between then. And we're getting a lot of Sonic Frontiers news now. Especially, I'm hearing about some review code request links. Some people in the community are passing it around like blunts. So yeah, shit's getting real and the game is going to come out very soon. So I got a lot to talk about, but before I do, be sure to smash the like button, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let's see if we can get to 100k subs before the year is out. First and foremost, man, I'm going to have a blast making fun of the Sonic fan base if Sonic Frontiers is actually good. You know, I'd much rather do that than pick on Sega. I just want a W for Sega. You know, it's been so long that we've had a 3D Sonic game that was actually good. And we've even got like gaming articles here, like the Gaming Bible, saying Sonic Frontiers is shaping up to be a most excellent adventure for Sega's iconic mascot. Sonic Frontiers is far from the flop so many wanted it to be. And there's a lot of people in the Sonic community that are fighting each other, you know, that actually want this game to be bad to prove their point. I don't understand how people would be rooting for a gaming company to fail. I can understand being realistic about it and expecting for it to fail. Like, I was expecting Sonic Colors Ultimate to not be a good remaster because it was just all the signs were pointing to it. But I wasn't hoping for it to be bad, you know? But whatever. Before we get more into Sonic Frontiers, let's talk about Sonic Prime first. Now, as you guys know, we got a bunch of character posters. Yesterday, we had Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy. Then we also had Big and Rouge and Eggman. Now, it's cool how, you know, Wild Brain is promoting Rouge a lot to be like part of the main cast. I think that's really cool because Rouge has always been aligned with Shadow and, you know, oh yeah, Shadow also had his poster too. But Rouge has always been more aligned with Shadow and Team Dark. So for her to be with Sonic in the gang, it's quite interesting. And also another thing that's interesting is Rouge. Is she censored now? I mean, she's got like a skin tight outfit, kind of looking like Black Widow. Kind of reminds me of like some superheroes like Black Widow and all that, but you know, she doesn't have her iconic breastplate and everything, you know, no cleavage. So some people are like, yo, is Rouge getting censored now? First of all, Rouge has had a lot of outfit changes in the past. Her most iconic outfit change was in Heroes, but even that has some cleavage. But this is the most covered up she's been in a while. And it's like, look guys, this is a G-rated Sonic show, mostly geared at kids. It's literally in the Netflix geeked section for kids. I don't think they're going to be having Rouge's, you know, tits popping out in her breastplates, you know, for the little kids. Now, I'm not saying Sonic games are for adults and mature audiences. No, Sonic is for everyone. But you know, the game Sonic has always appealed to a wide demographics. But this show is specifically geared for the kids. So I can understand why they kind of like censor Rouge or neuter Rouge a bit. You know, I can understand that. And also, this isn't an anime, so they're definitely not going to do that. You know, Rouge has a lot of anime vibes to her, especially she's supposed to resemble a succubus. If you guys don't know what a succubus is, look it up. So I was joking saying Sonic Rebound is going to be more faithful to Rouge, because I'm not holding back, you know. Sonic Rebound isn't geared for kids, so not only is Rouge going to be in her original outfit, but there's going to be a lot of fan service. So, especially since the show, you know, is inspired by shonen anime. But besides that, I'm really liking what I'm seeing. The animation looks very good. The voice acting is good. It's cool how the alternate universe that Sonic is in reminds me a lot of Sat AM. You know how Robotnik has roboticized everything, even Green Hill, and you see like a cyborg Amy. That reminds me of like Sonic's uncle in the Sat AM cartoon. What's his name? Uncle Chuck. How he was also part robot. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, and then you see Tails with like spider legs, and Tails actually looking tough, not like a bitch boy. And then Knuckles looking like a pirate. Rouge looking like a covert agent spy. It just looks really cool. And now we know why Sonic got those shoes, like those cool unique Cybertron shoes that he got in Sonic Prime. I hope that those shoes will be a DLC for Sonic Frontiers. That'll be nice. We already got the soap shoes. I seen the gameplay and it looks phenomenal. So I want to see, you know, other shoes and other media get put as DLC for Frontiers. But yeah, the show is going to come out December 15th, the first 8 episodes. So like I said in one of my previous videos, I knew they were going to cut up this show into parts, into seasons. So far, Sonic Prime is going to have like in total 24 episodes. So if the first season or volume is going to have 8 episodes, I'm pretty sure this show is going to have like 3 seasons or 3 volumes, 8 episodes each. I'm totally fine with that. That gives enough time for the animators to work on stuff and not rush anything. So coming out December 15th, that's pretty late in the year. There's some people that did not like the trailer. They thought it was either mid or generic. A lot of them were like Sat AM fans or Archie fans because, you know, there's not going to be any Sally or the Freedom Fighters. They made that clear. But it's like it still has some vibes of that, you know? Like, so I wouldn't shoot the show down immediately. I know Wild Brain owns all the 90s Sonic cartoons and it's kind of like they're sitting on it. But, you know, if there's one thing that's very weird, it's the licensing rights and issues when it comes to Sonic. Like, we already heard about the whole Havoc issue with the licensing and Sega not being able to remaster or remake whatever Generations and Unleashed. It's just so much things that comes with licensing when it comes to Sonic that are far more than like the Michael Jackson issue with Sonic 3 songs. I thought that was the only major licensing issue with Sonic. There's plenty more. So, you know, I'll take what I can get, but just keep in mind that this is a show geared for kids. All right, now to Sonic Frontiers. Now, the IGN livestream today was quite boring. I knew there wasn't going to be anything special today. They released all the goods earlier in the week and Monday, so I knew that there wasn't going to be much today, especially the IGN livestream. All we saw was just cock and balls. Oh yeah, and also a new CGI cutscene with Supersonic versus the Titan. You know, hopefully that's not going to be like in the intro of the game. Hopefully that will actually be a CGI cutscene in game. But yeah, Sonic finally doing his Avengers landing pose instead of falling flat on his face. So that's also pretty cool. And yeah, also, we finally got the last 2 island names for the Starfall Islands. That was accidentally leaked by Sega yesterday during their little Sonic livestream. Sega, they're always going to accidentally leak Sonic shit. I don't understand them, you know? It was when they were showing off Sonic in his Stope shoes and also showing off the momentum in the game. I'll get to that later. So I think when they were looking at the menu, they accidentally revealed this list. It shows here the 5 islands: Kronos Island, Ares Island, Chaos Island, then the new 2 islands, Rhea Island and Uranus Island. Someone told me that the last 2 Starfall Islands in Sonic Frontier sound like diarrhea and Uranus. So I was like, you know what? That's why I didn't like the names of those islands. I just couldn't put my finger in it. I mean, on it. But for real though, these are still Greek names. They still represent something. Rhea Island, R-H-E-A, is the Greek goddess of Earth, I think. She represents like sex, fertility, and reproduction. So it looks like Sonic Rose is back on the menu, boys. I'm just kidding. But, I mean, that's very, very peculiar that Sega would give that name, or Sonic Team would give that name for the island. Now, I've always wanted the 4th island to be the Snowy Island, even with that leak showing off the CDs, and the 4th CD was blue. I mean, I just correlated blue with snow, so I'm still praying and hoping that Rhea Island is going to be the Snowy Island, even though snow and ice and winter does not represent fertility and reproduction at all. I mean, that's when plant life and everything is like dead and dormant. So I don't know what Sega's going for with that. The last island, Uranus, is the Greek translation of Uranus, which is Roman. Besides being a planet in space, Uranus is actually, I think it represents like the final Titan or something. I forgot what it stands for, but it stands for the sky god, and I think that guy is like the father of Kronos or something like that. So it's definitely fitting why Sonic Team would give the final island this name. I don't really like it, but you know, I don't like Uranus in general. I know scientists tried to change the pronunciation of that name to Uranus instead of Uranus. That didn't make it any better. As a friend told me, Uranus is a primordial form. So, you know, it could be like the origins of everything, and it might be a sky island, but I'm like, no, because Chaos Island is pretty much in the sky. Chaos Island represents lava, mountains, and the sky. So I think Uranus Island is still going to be like a cyber type of island. I don't know. I really don't know. I just hope that the 4th island is a snowy island. Now, it's kind of funny how these islands kind of follow the Mario tradition. The 1st island, Kronos, is the green grassy island. The 2nd island is the desert island. A lot of Mario games, the 2nd island or the 2nd world is always desert themed. And then the 3rd island, Chaos Island, is like a mixture of like the lava worlds in Mario and the mountain worlds and the sky world. So that's like 3 in 1. Leaving 2 more, Snowy and I think maybe beach, but I would put the beach thing with Ares Island because Ares does have some beach areas. So that leaves just Snowy Island and I don't know, City Kingdom from Odyssey. Yeah, there's also a 4chan leak. I don't actually believe this to be true, so I want to see if you guys believe this. But you know, 4chan sometimes is right, sometimes it's wrong. This 4chan leak here says, the final island in Sonic Frontiers is a gigantic dark forest with glowing tree in the middle like Elden Rings. The seed NPCs have their souls corrupted to power the enemies and titans and were created from corrupted AI built by Eggman, who you save in the 4th island. Okay. Sonic gains a new form from Sage that's black with silver streaks in his hair with a red glitchy aura. It looked like this. So yeah, you guys make of that what you will. I don't know if the last island is going to be a dark forest, but honestly I really have no clue what these last 2 islands are going to be. Rhea and Rhinos, I would have never guessed those island names. I was thinking more like Boreas for the 4th island, or even Hermes. So whatever, you got me, Sega. But now let's talk about this momentum issue. Now I hear some people complaining about momentum in Sonic Frontiers. Even in that Sonic live stream where they accidentally leaked the final 2 islands, the guy, you know, he kind of showed off how the momentum would be in this game. Take a look here.
There are some folks out there who are wondering, is there momentum in Sonic Frontiers? Now, not in the traditional sense, right? Like I boost, and he just kind of stops, right? Well, just a taste. Take a look at this. My momentum, right? It carried.
Some air.
Yeah? So, just a sneak peek. There's more than one way to travel around the Starfall Islands, and that's where I'll save it for now.
And there were actually some people who were still complaining, saying this is not the momentum we're looking for. And it's like, guys, come on now. You're arguing about something that makes no sense. You're arguing about classic momentum, which is pinball physics, in a boost game. I mean, we've never had these type of pinball physics in any boost game. I mean, you guys got to be realistic now. These momentum niggas are kind of getting on my damn nerves now. It's like you guys are asking for momentum that does not work with the boost games. You know, they want pinball physics momentum, which is classic Sonic physics. If you want that, go play Sonic Mania or the classics. And for what it's worth, Sonic Frontiers actually has more momentum than any of the previous boost games. It has the best physics by far. I mean, for a boost game, you can't even do a lot of the boost type of mechanics. It's the most underpowered of boost in a good way. Like, you can't boost into enemies, you know, the boost is not that overpowered, and I like that. It's slowly evolving to being more of the gameplay we want. I mean, I have to say, this is the most adventure type of boost game we're getting. And honestly, not even the adventure games have the same pinball classic physics as the classic games. No 3D Sonic game has ever had that. So people who are complaining about the momentum issue with Sonic Frontiers, even though they showed the momentum, and even the guy who said it says, this is not the momentum you guys are looking for in a traditional sense. When he says traditional sense, he's talking about the classic Sonic games. So I don't know why some of you guys are complaining. I think you're complaining just to complain. And this is coming from someone who loves the classic Sonic games. My favorite Sonic games are the classics. Sonic 3 Knuckles and Sonic Mania. Sonic 2 and Sonic CD are in my top 5 Sonic games. And even I'm not coming out with this unrealistic, crazy expectation. It's dumb. You don't need those pinball physics momentum to be a good Sonic game. Look at Sonic Generations. My favorite 3D Sonic game does not have those pinball physics. It does have a sense of momentum, which any good Sonic game has to have a sense of momentum, but it does not have the pinball physics. So I don't know what else to tell you guys. I know there's some issues with Sonic being glued to the wall when there's momentum, and I hope Sega fixes that. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm going to enjoy this game. I'm not going to be like, and there's no momentum, no pinball physics. That's just moronic. What do you guys think about all this? Let me know down in the comments below. Are you excited for this game? And what do you think about Sonic Prime and what we've seen from it so far? But that's all I got for now, guys. So take care. And until next time, I'm out.